The ancient sky tree. Phoenix stone. Xiao furrowed his brow, constantly murmuring these words to himself. From the information gathered so far, it seemed that the Phoenix clan was far from simple. However, he also knew that with the Phoenix clan having disappeared for so long, if it were easy to enter through the paths of some vassal races, it would undermine the reputation of the Phoenix clan as one of the superpowers in the Great Thousand Worlds. Still, Xiao had some doubts. How could a mighty race like the Phoenix clan, one of the top giants in the Great Thousand Worlds, vanish without a trace? If it were the work of the extraterritorial evil clan, even an evil god-level being might not be capable of such a feat. Could it be two evil gods? What kind of terrifying power did these two evil gods possess? Or was there some sort of upheaval within their clan? Many questions troubled Xiao, and he could not find the answers at present. We can't delay any longer. Let's head out immediately. Only by finding the Phoenix Stone can we address this issue at its root. He turned to look at Xun'er. Even with the power of the five-legged golden crow, the fluctuations from the reincarnation seal were still intense. He couldn't help but feel a pang of heartache as he spoke. Xun'er's current strength was still under the reincarnation stage, at the peak of the 8-star Do Xian level. As for the five-legged golden crow, its power now was enough to rival the human level 3-tier reincarnation stage. When Xun'er activated her sacred flame and other divine artifacts, even Xiao himself found it somewhat tricky. After all, the combined effect of the sacred flame, divine artifacts, and the reincarnation seal was quite terrifying. Don't worry. There's a rare sacred flame in the Phoenix clan. As long as we find it and borrow its power, we can solve the reincarnation seal problem completely. Once that's done, stepping into the reincarnation stage will be effortless. With my support, Master Xiao combat power won't be inferior to that of others. The five-legged golden crow chuckled like a child. It looked at Xiao with a shrewd expression, fully aware of the relationship between Xiao and Xun'er. However, due to the passage of time, it could only vaguely recall matters about the Phoenix clan and the Master of 9 mystical flames. Otherwise, entering the Phoenix clan wouldn't require so much effort. The reincarnation seal and sacred flame power were slowly restoring its strength, but it would take considerable time to return to its peak. We're not in a rush. The ancient sky tree is the place with the most concentrated wind energy in the heavenly Phoenix domain. The whirlwinds there are so intense that even I find them troublesome. One wrong step, and we might be trapped in a place of no return. So everything must be carefully planned. According to the weather patterns in our heavenly Phoenix domain, the wind will weaken significantly in 3 days. That will be the best opportunity to enter. Understood. After discussing, everyone sat down to meditate and cultivate. After all, 3 days passed in the blink of an eye for them. Yet, Xiao still had some lingering doubts. Why would a powerful being like the Master of 9 mystical flames leave the Phoenix clan and have their artifact stripped away? Was it because they offended a powerful member of the Phoenix clan? Could the disappearance of the Phoenix clan be related to this predecessor? 3 days passed quietly. The matter of the heavenly Phoenix clan was resolved perfectly. In the end, however, Feng Qin, at the request of the vice-tribal leader and others, accompanied Xiao and Xun'er to the ancient sky tree in search of the Phoenix stone. As the vice-tribal leader Feng Wan put it, Feng Qin possessed a very high concentration of Phoenix blood within her. This time, by following Xiao and the others, she might even undergo true nirvana and transform into a phoenix. The ancient sky tree was fraught with danger, and without someone from the Phoenix clan guiding them, Xiao and Xun'er would find it difficult to locate the Phoenix stone. After discussing, Xiao and Xun'er decided to take Feng Qin along on their journey. Rah! Deep within the heavenly Phoenix domain, vast and boundless skies stretched out. Numerous small whirlpools of wind appeared, twisting and distorting the entire sky. The terrifying wind energy within them would tear anything apart in an instant if one were to be swept in, reducing it to dust. In the sky, there stood an immense ancient green tree, its towering presence occupying the entire horizon. It was surrounded by invisible hurricanes, tightly protecting it. Even before approaching, They could already feel the terrifying wind energy powerful enough to tear everything apart. This ancient tree was none other than the ancient sky tree, standing deep in the heavenly phoenix domain. It had no roots, but its trunk and branches were thick and lush, growing to an unimaginable height of thousands of meters. Its origin was certainly extraordinary. The ancient sky tree has 5 branches. Each branch corresponds to a mountain or prairie area. The Phoenix Stone is located in a cold, desolate place. Before we left, the vice tribal leader gave me the 3 most likely locations. Hopefully, this time it will be easier. Let's pray we don't encounter the demonic wind whirlpool in the tree. Feng Qin's delicate lips parted slightly. Demonic wind whirlpool? Xiao Yin and Xun'er exchanged curious glances. Feng Qin explained, her body slightly trembling as she spoke. Brother Xiao Yin, the space here seems a bit unusual. Xun'er looked up, noticing the artifact bracelet buzzing and the reincarnation seal emanating a rare warmth. All of this indicated that the internal space of the ancient sky tree was incredibly strange. For now, we can only face whatever comes our way. Let's go. Okay. With that, the 3 of them stepped into the space above the ancient tree. Whoosh! As they entered the surrounding space of the ancient tree, a viscous, colorless barrier passed through their skin, a smooth sensation surging from deep within their bodies. Rip! Upon distancing themselves from the ancient tree's barrier and entering its interior, they landed on a plain, surrounded by whirling colorless winds that howled like they could tear apart the very sky. The winds lightly grazed Xiao Yin and the others, causing a deep pain to permeate their souls. What a strange wind. This invisible attack can't be defended against using the reincarnation power? Xiao Yin frowned, feeling the sharp pain on his skin and involuntarily speaking out. His body had undergone countless refinements, even enhanced by the dragon god transformation, yet he felt a sense of unease. As for Xun'er and the others, their predicament was clearly concerning. The hurricane within this ancient tree space seemed far from simple. Brother Xiao Yin, even the power of the sacred flame and soul energy can't defend against this strange demonic wind. Xun'er also shook her head, clearly realizing the gravity of the situation. Let's go. The Phoenix Stone showcases 5 colors, which is also referred to as the 5-color stone. The 3 of them marched forward, braving the powerful winds. In the vast, boundless plain, towering mountain peaks loomed in the distance, the rocky path winding and treacherous. Among the peaks, wisps of smoke emanated, accompanied by the faint sound of phoenix cries coming from deep within the mountains. The most bizarre sight was the occasional glimpse of a multicolored strange beast appearing amidst the mist-shrouded peaks. The storm mountains ahead? This is where the Phoenix Stone is most likely to exist. Let's check it out. The 3 gritted their teeth and pressed on against the fierce winds, reaching the edge of the plain while gazing at the magnificent peaks before them, a sense of confusion filling their hearts. Most likely? Xiao Yin took Xun'er's hand and looked up at the peaks, feeling an invisible but intimidating presence, as though many formidable beings resided within, enough to instill fear at a distance. Wasteland, rugged ravines, ice mountains and snow, which raises questions. Is this ancient sky tree truly a treasure trove, or merely a guard for the Phoenix clan's entrance? Why does it display such a strange climate and terrain? As he surveyed the towering glaciers and mountains rooted upon the ancient tree, a wave of bewilderment washed over Xiao Yin. Feng Qian, where is the least likely place for the Phoenix Stone to exist? After a moment, Xun'er's reincarnation seal emitted a gentle touch, prompting a sudden thought. It's located at the ice and snow mountains behind us. But that area is the most dangerous. Feng Qian appeared puzzled, not understanding why Xun'er asked such a question. Still, considering Xun'er possessed both an artifact and the sacred flame, she said no more. Xun'er, have you found anything? Xiao Yin asked quietly. With so many peaks in front of them, taking a wrong turn might waste considerable time, and the energy surrounding them felt unfamiliar, which was the strangest part of all. The 5-legged golden crow's memory is hazy, and the waves emitted by the reincarnation seal are somewhat vague, but there seems to be a voice guiding me from within. This must be the right place. Xun'er gazed toward the distant snowy land, a faint call echoing in her mind. Then let's head to the ice and snow mountains first, Xiao said seriously. However, as his gaze swept over the massive ice and snow mountain range, the glazed sacred flame within him felt a lively response. It felt like both a cheer and an intense heat. Whoosh! In an instant, the three transformed into streaks of light and directly entered the ice and snow mountains. In this void, it felt as bright as day, with blizzards raging through the icy mountain range, snowflakes cascading freely. Strangely, wisps of white mist swirled upwards, filling the entire mountain with a bone-chilling cold. In this snowy land, even the flow of blood within their bodies slowed immensely, let alone the operation of the reincarnation power, which faced significant restrictions. There are no humans within the ice and snow mountains. The energy phoenix shadow before Feng Qian crouched, protecting the three of them, reducing the immense chilling force pressing upon them. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Suddenly, a sharp, crisp cry echoed through the snowy world. The cry was strange, impossible to identify where it came from or what creature produced it. But as soon as the sound rang out, the snow and wind in the entire world grew even more intense, and layers of thick white snow began to cover the bodies and feet of Xiao and the others. We need to move faster and get through here. Let's head into the center of the snowy mountain and take a look. If it's impossible, we'll retreat. Xiao shook his head. His sharp spiritual sense allowed him to clearly sense something amiss. Even though he had summoned the sacred flame to resist the chill, it was of no use. The cold continued to seep into their bodies, gradually freezing their warmth and skin. This level of chilling power. Could even the sacred flame do nothing against it? To Xiao surprise, even after using the burning decision, he couldn't absorb the surrounding energy from this place. It seemed as if this eerie coldness was slowly spreading, slowly devouring everything that entered the snowy mountain. The snow was heavy, the winds howling. Together, they created a powerful force that weighed heavily on the faces of the three. If they stayed here for too long, they would surely become frozen bones. Xiao brother, I can't go on. At this rate, they had no idea how far they had traveled, but their consciousness was gradually becoming blurry. A cold feeling spread, and they could feel ice threads wrapping around their hands and feet. Damn! We have to turn back. Xiao was also in bad shape. The situation here was far beyond their expectations. Wait, there's a familiar aura here. Boom, boom, boom. As the three turned to leave, Xun'er's divine artifact bracelet buzzed, and the five-legged golden crow appeared, stepping onto the golden flames. As soon as it appeared, even with its strength, it sensed a long-forgotten cold. However, the massive beast's gaze remained fixed ahead, staring into the depths of the snowy world. The deeper they went into the snowy world, the stronger the pressure and the coldness became. Boom, boom, boom. The five-legged golden crow exhaled, and golden flames split the sky, bursting forth in the snowy world. However, it didn't create any overwhelming momentum and was quickly extinguished. Xiao brother, what is that? Following the action of the five-legged golden crow, Xun'er, guided by the artifact's sense, suddenly pointed ahead, at a massive ice scar that had appeared due to the golden crow's attack. The ice scar had an extremely unique shape, surrounded by white snow patterns that seemed out of place in the snowy world. Upon closer inspection, it appeared to resemble the pillars of a palace from the human world. These ice scars are so strange. Could it be? Feng Qian's eyes narrowed as she examined the map in her hand. Her eyes tightened as she focused on the empty space above the ice scars. Soon, the massive ice scar seemed to split open a huge gap in the snowy world, and countless snowflakes began to swirl. Even the space beneath the ice scar began to twist. A snow-white creature slowly appeared in their line of sight, and the moment it emerged, their breathing became heavy. It felt as if an extremely cold power began to emanate from beneath the ice scar. Is that a human? Or some kind of creature? Xiao breath quickened, but his spiritual power could not penetrate the blizzard's cover. He could only vaguely make out a figure beneath the ice scar. sometimes appearing human, sometimes a massive white beast. That figure seemed strangely reminiscent of a phoenix. This? Ice Phoenix? Is that a mourner? Just as Xiao Yin and the others were struggling, the five-legged golden crow suddenly exclaimed. As they fought against the storm's onslaught, using their peripheral vision, they saw a huge creature beneath the collapsed ice world. On its back stood a lone and elegant figure, standing proudly. Together, the two forces created a power that could truly dominate this world. In the snowy world, the snow was endless, and the chilling force spread indefinitely. Any misstep could result in being completely frozen into an ice sculpture, left there forever. Due to the snow-covered world, their vision had become extremely blurry. However, they could still make out, through the fog, the massive, multicolored beast standing in the snow beneath the ice scar. Its terrifying aura seemed to rival that of the five-legged golden crow. Its pure white fur fluttered, emitting flashes of dazzling light, pulsing with an ice-cold power. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Beneath the icy scars, a delicate figure, her skin as pure and white as snow, slightly parted her lips and spoke, her gaze fixed on the ice phoenix before her. Is someone coming? The ice phoenix continued to cry out, its voice and gaze directly aimed at Xiao Yin and his companions. Let's go and see. As soon as the words were spoken, the massive wings of the ice phoenix unfurled, stirring countless snowstorms in this frozen world, the wind sharp and fierce. Whoosh, whoosh. The screeching blizzard howled, approaching the position of Xiao Yin and his companions, the cold air so intense it seemed to freeze the very atmosphere. Be careful, something powerful is approaching. The five-legged golden crow held its breath, and then its entire body was enveloped in golden flames that slowly burned with intense heat. The cold gusts carried waves of destructive energy. The combined force of the destructive power and the freezing cold increased the pressure on Xiao Yin and Xun'er significantly. Let's retreat. A distant voice echoed, instantly sweeping through the snowstorm like a cold gust, seeping deep into their souls, spreading its power. The mourning ones of the snow mountain, Ice Phoenix. At this moment, the five-legged golden crow raised its proud head, its eyes reflecting an eternal golden flame, standing firm without fear. The mourning ones? Feng Qin's expression grew serious as she strained to look at the shadowy figure faintly visible, hidden within the snowstorm. The mourning ones? A powerful ice-type expert? Xiao Yin activated the reincarnation power and sacred flame within him, forming a protective energy barrier to shield the three of them, and then raised his head. A snow-white ice crystal phoenix crouched within the blizzard, its wings twitching. In front of it stood a young girl with an icy expression. Mourning ones, how can you control the ice phoenix? The five-legged golden crow snorted, and immense power surged outward. With the aid of Xun'er's reincarnation seal and sacred flame, their bodies slowly regained some warmth. Humph! A cold snort sounded, and immediately the giant ice phoenix spread its wings. A terrifying icy power swept down from the sky, charging directly at the five-legged golden crow. Fire! Although the five-legged golden crow had some suspicions, facing such a terrifying attack, it gritted its teeth and resisted. Crack! The sound of ice shards breaking and the buzzing of flames and snow colliding filled the air. The ice power emanating from the ice phoenix caused the golden crow's energy to dissipate instantly. Immortal golden body. Xiao Yin quickly summoned a massive fiery figure, blocking the oncoming blizzard. Only then did the pressure on the three of them ease somewhat. Boom! The seemingly powerless white snow, when it met Xiao Yan's immortal golden body, caused layers of white mist to spread. Within the mist, a violent, destructive fluctuation emerged, slowly corroding the immortal golden body. Shatter! Xiao Yan pushed his power to its limits, and the oncoming snowstorm was slowly shattered into nothingness. However, his breath grew chaotic. In this place where he couldn't absorb the energy of heaven and earth, his power was greatly diminished. Wait, this person? Seems to be like the legendary Snow Mountain Guardian. Look! It wasn't until Xiao Yan's immortal golden body protected everyone that Feng Qin finally raised her head, her expression full of surprise. Looking up, with the intense blizzard no longer obscuring the view, the massive ice phoenix and the shadowy figure slowly intertwined before them. The young girl's figure was graceful, her skin as pure as snow. Her long white hair fell gracefully, and her deep, penetrating eyes carried a hint of disdain. What drew attention most, however, were the strange, snow-white ice patterns on her arms. Within the ice patterns, there seemed to be an ominous, chilling power, rivaling even the sacred flame. Xiao Yin, brother. Suddenly, the reincarnation seal on Xun'er's forehead gleamed brightly, and she raised her finger, pointing at the pendant on the girl's chest. The girl wore a snow-white pendant around her neck, and though it was plain, a peculiar stone, roughly the size of a longan, was carved within it. The stone was strangely irregular, close to an oval shape, but as Xiao Yin focused on it, the stone seemed to radiate a faint, mesmerizing light. A long-forgotten sense of unease surged through his heart. Phoenix stone? Xiao Yin blurted out in surprise. Heh, the Morning One's identity is indeed terrifying. But this ice phoenix belongs to the Phoenix clan. Little child, what you're doing is a bit unethical. Fire. The five-legged golden crow sneered, flames soaring around it. With the influx of sacred flame fire from the reincarnation seal, the golden flames surrounding the five-legged golden crow became increasingly dense, and faint golden patterns began to appear. Attempting to break through the snow mountain, death. The ice snow maiden's cold gaze locked onto the five-legged golden crow, while the ice phoenix behind her gently hummed and chirped. A crisp phoenix cry echoed through the snow-covered world. Boom! As the two clashed, the entire void within the ice and snow world froze. The falling snowflakes from the sky suddenly stopped moving. The endless cold and a streak of golden flames stood out, making them particularly noticeable in this world. The ice phoenix. But isn't it the guardian of the ancient sky tree? What on earth is this girl about? Why does she even possess the phoenix stone? Feng Qin, watching the intense battle in the sky, felt a sense of discomfort. The ice attribute mourners. The ice power within this person is terrifying. Xun'er gritted her teeth, feeling the immense pressure from both the ice phoenix and the ice snow maiden, something she had never experienced before. Xun'er, stay here. I will assist Senior Five-Legged Golden Crow. After saying this, Xiao Yan's soul power formed an energy lock around him, protecting him from the assault of the ice and snow. His body trembled as he rushed into the ice palace. In the distance, the battle between the five-legged golden crow, the ice snow maiden, and the ice phoenix spread from the snowy land into the massive underground palace beneath the gigantic ice marks. As the two fought, the entire world darkened, with terrifying energy fluctuations spilling out. The endless ice and snow power began to melt and condense, and the scene became increasingly horrifying. The Ice Palace. After entering the battlefield, Xiao Yin couldn't catch up with the battle between the five-legged golden crow and the ice phoenix because his strength was restricted in the snow world. However, he cleverly arrived at the enormous ice palace beneath the ice marks. The ice palace was imposing and majestic, with white mist swirling around, making it mysterious. Upon first glance, Xiao Yin felt his entire body tremble. Clearly, this white mist was the signature power of the mourners. The mourners who could make even Xiao Yin, who possessed sacred flame, feel such terrifying fluctuations were truly frightening. Strange. This ice phoenix, that girl wearing the phoenix stone, and this mysterious ice palace? Are they guarding this place? Xiao Yin remained vigilant, cautiously walking toward the entrance of the ice palace. The ice palace was even colder than Xiao Yin had anticipated. Though transparent and colorless, the mysterious mist surrounding it made it impossible to probe its interior. Boom! As Xiao Yin moved, a violent boom echoed from the thick snow layer above the ice palace. Layers of snow-colored crystals began to cascade down from the palace, resembling an avalanche. The force was so great that even Xiao Yin felt his scalp tingle. Phew! Such a massive snowstorm, powerful and ferocious, would have likely buried Xiao Yin alive had it not been for the protection of sacred flame and other powers. Transforming into a furnace of flame, Xiao Yin continuously refined the roaring avalanche, and only after a long time did the pressure ease. However, what was strange was that the ice palace beneath seemed unaffected by the terrifying avalanche. No matter how powerful the attack, under the mysterious mist, it appeared powerless, like ants. Xiao Yin, stop that girl. The phoenix stone is on her. A cold snort came from the five-legged golden crow as it continued its battle with the ice phoenix in the snow world. However, a shadow swiftly darted toward the ice palace, like a ghost, heading directly for Xiao Yin. Where do you think you're going? Xiao Yin reacted instantly. His brows furrowed, and he held his breath. Channeling his full power, he chased after the girl running toward the ice palace. Though the ice phoenix was powerful, with the assistance of the five-legged golden crow and sacred flame, it would likely be defeated soon. The goal now was to capture the girl. Who are you? Why are you here in the snow world? This place does not welcome you. Before the ice snow maiden could disappear from Xiao Yan's sight, a series of strange inscriptions flickered at the edge of the ice palace, immediately trapping them inside. Xiao Yan couldn't help but frown and coldly ask, "We're here to find the Phoenix Stone." As the girl finally quieted down, Xiao Yan quickly spoke. "Damn!" The ice snow maiden ignored Xiao Yan. In her eyes, those seeking the Phoenix Stone were no different from those courting death. This formation was naturally the incomplete heavenly demon formation created by Xiao Yan. Although its primary function was extremely effective against the extraterritorial evil clan, it also had surprising results when used to suppress powerful human cultivators. 350,000 array lines. Xiao Yan's chest heaved violently. Clearly, in order to prevent the girl from escaping, he directly used an immense amount of mental energy to activate the full power of the core inscription. The reason he didn't use the array lines earlier in the Ice and Fire Underground Palace was because activating them consumed an enormous amount of energy, requiring a considerable amount of time to recover. Ice Phoenix Breath. Once the icy snow maiden left the Ice Phoenix, she seemed to be overcome by a sense of weakness, her face showing a rare sickly pallor. It appeared that there was some connection between the two. Her delicate jade hand lifted, and immediately, 100-foot-long breath of the Ice Phoenix lashed out toward the edge of the Ice Palace's formation. Inside the Ice Phoenix was a special white mist, which wildly corroded the formation's power. But the heavenly demon formation was no simple array that could be handled by a mere reincarnation stage cultivator. As the two forces clashed, they balanced each other out in the air, resulting in a deadlock. My apologies. With a thought, Xiao Yan instantly appeared beside the icy snow maiden, reaching out his hands to firmly bind her chest and immobilize her. You despicable bastard. For a moment, the entire ice palace fell into a heavy silence, but in the girl's eyes, there was nothing but hostility toward him. Let's go back. With his soul power and sacred flame wrapping around the girl, Xiao Yan didn't dare to stay any longer. He quickly took the maiden and left the ice palace. Since Xun'er carried the reincarnation seal and had guided him here, it would be better to return and plan their next move. A moment later, Xiao Yanji, are you all right? In the snow-covered world, with the special sensing ability of the sacred flame, there was no risk of losing their position. Looking at the figure moving through the blizzard, Xun'er anxiously asked, I'm fine. As Xiao Yan landed, the girl who had been lost in the storm appeared safely within their view. So this is what they call a mourning maiden? Both Xun'er and Feng Qin looked at the fragile-looking girl before them, unable to hide their surprise. Whoosh whoosh. In an instant, before any of the three women could react, both the mysterious maiden and Xun'er suddenly experienced a powerful shift in their bodies. Feng Qin sensed something and immediately moved towards Xun'er to protect her, but Xiao Yan stopped her. Thus, the small space protected by the immortal golden body remained at a standstill for a few minutes. Big sister, could you stop the blizzard here first? The coldness is too overwhelming. We cannot endure much longer. Sensing the intense heat radiating from the reincarnation seal, Xun'er spoke, almost instinctively guided by the sacred flame within her. All right, The girl, just as delicate and fragile as Xun'er, nodded slightly, and the gentle power flowing from her body caused her to raise her hand. She gently picked up a handful of snow from the ground and placed it near her lips. The ice-like patterns on her skin unexpectedly merged into the snow in front of everyone's eyes. Whoosh! With a soft breath, the endless snow world seemed to stop moving as time itself seemed to freeze. Then, the area returned to stillness. The snow stopped falling, and except for the thick white snow on the ground, the world seemed eerily silent. The temperature gradually rose, and the danger they faced was momentarily alleviated. Xiao Yan's expression was filled with shock. The power within this girl's body was indeed formidable. She might only possess reincarnation stage strength, but as a mourning maiden, her abilities could likely rival those of the mighty ice cultivators from the Great Thousand Worlds. Now, can you tell us about your origins? Xun'er sensed that there were many secrets hidden within the girl's body and looked at her as she lowered her head. My name is Ice Snow Xiao. I am a disciple of the master of the 9 mystical flames. The girl seemed somewhat shy, but she quickly regained her composure. In the next instant, she suddenly looked up, her clear gaze focused intently on the glowing golden inscriptions on Xun'er's forehead. This fluctuation felt strangely familiar to her, as if she had experienced it before. You're a disciple of the master of the 9 mystical flames? Who? Xiao Yin and Feng Qin both had countless questions flash through their minds, but refrained from interrupting Xun'er and Ice Snow Yao's conversation. The two of them, one a morning maiden who controlled the unique ice power of the heavens and earth, and the other a reincarnation-born cultivator, both possessed incredibly powerful abilities. Now, with some of their powers gradually intertwining, it seemed that something incredible might unfold. I am his disciple. After a brief pause, Ice Snow Yao sighed in relief. Her pale face suddenly broke into a warm smile. That smile was incredibly soothing and healing. Even someone on the verge of death would likely be instantly rescued, their soul finding peace. Summon them all back. In my memory, the senior master of the 9 mystic flames has never taken a disciple. At least, based on my own insights from the reincarnation seal, he has never mentioned it. Yet now, someone claiming to be his disciple has appeared. This seems too coincidental, doesn't it? Icy Snow Yao responded coldly. Xun'er's artifact bracelet surged with golden light, which erupted directly from the snow-covered ground. The golden beams grew stronger, containing endless mystery, and shot toward the sky. At the same time, Icy Snow Yao raised her hand, and countless ancient ice runes turned into snowflakes, gently rising into the air. The 2 energy pillars converged into the sky above the ice-snow world, standing out particularly. Boom, boom, boom. Moments later, 2 enormous beast figures spiraled down along the light columns, clearly a result of the intense battle just fought between the two, neither side giving way. Chirp, chirp, chirp. The ice phoenix flapped its massive wings repeatedly, flying to Icy Snow Yao's side, protecting her. Its eyes were full of hostility as it stared at Xiao Yin and the others. Should Icy Snow Yao give any signal, it would immediately unleash a storm of ice and snow, attacking without hesitation. Little Phoenix, Icy Snow Yao gently caressed the ice phoenix's pure white feathers with both hands and softly whispered affectionate words. Only then did it calm down. The ice phoenix, in terms of its overall appearance, was almost identical to a true phoenix. However, this ice phoenix was enveloped in an immense cold pressure, and although its bloodline and oppressive power were weaker compared to a true phoenix, it was still formidable. I was born in this ice and snow world. At first, I couldn't control the ice power within me, and under my uncontrolled destruction, this place was turned into a bone-chilling ice world. At the brink of death, I was saved by the senior master of the 9 mystic flames. It was then that I was able to regain my life. Afterward, with their help, I controlled the morning power. Icy Snow Yao struggled to recall the scene that happened long ago, her gaze filled with deep respect as she looked at the reincarnation seal on Xun'er's forehead. But the strength of this ice phoenix is enough to rival some at the second-tier reincarnation stage. With the amplification of your morning power's ice attributes, It's sufficient to face those at the third-tier reincarnation stage. Xiao didn't doubt what Icy Snow Yao said. However, when he looked at the quietly resting Ice Phoenix, he hesitated. This Ice Phoenix should be one of the protectors of the Phoenix clan, right? Upon hearing Icy Snow Yao's words, the five-legged golden crow quickly stood up, casting a subtle glance at the silent Ice Phoenix. This Ice Phoenix was gifted to me by an elder of the Phoenix clan. When the senior master of the 9 mystic flames helped me suppress the morning power within me, there was also a woman from the Phoenix clan by his side. Her strength was overwhelming, even rivaling the senior master of the 9 mystic flames himself. Icy Snow Yao spoke again. The others fell silent, clearly shaken by Icy Snow Yao's words. Let's go. I know your purpose, but you've encountered some difficulties. Let's head to the Ice Palace first. After speaking, the group set off toward the Ice Palace in a grand procession. The Ice Palace was vast and imposing. A white, cold mist spread out, emanating a chilling aura that reached the extreme. Whoosh! As they approached the outer boundaries of the Ice Palace, Icy Snow Yao's hands moved, causing the ice runes on her skin to shimmer. Before everyone's eyes, they transformed into a strand of blue silk and entered the edge of the Ice Palace. The morning power was indescribable, terrifying beyond measure. Boom, boom, boom. Instantly, the Ice Palace's ice gates slowly opened, and an ancient, long-sealed aura slowly spread out from within. Let's go. After a brief exchange of glances, they entered the Ice Palace. The Ice Palace was massive, perhaps covering an area of 1,000 meters. Inside, there were intricate ice sculptures of humans, rare beasts, ice beds, and other wonders. However, the most eye-catching feature was the ice coffin deep within the palace. The ice coffin was entirely white, about 3 meters long, rectangular in shape. Its surface rippled with wave-like folds, and there was a small indentation the size of a fingertip on top. This indentation seems to be just the right size for the Phoenix Stone. With sharp spiritual senses and remarkable eyesight, Xiao immediately saw through it. This ice coffin was left by 2 of my seniors. They said it is the entrance to the Phoenix clan. However, over the years, I've tried multiple times, but have been unable to enter the Phoenix clan. It seems like the passage has been locked. Icy Snow Yao spoke frankly, then shook her head. An ice coffin, huh? At that moment, Feng Qin, who had been silent, suddenly laughed. What you're wearing is called the Phoenix Stone. It's a crucial item for entering the Phoenix clan. With the precise positioning of this ice coffin, we can directly enter the core of the Phoenix clan. This will save us a lot of trouble. After a brief pause, Feng Qin spoke almost excitedly. The Phoenix Stone? This stone was given to me by the woman who came with the senior master of the 9 mystic flames. She once told me to keep it safe, and that someone would come to claim it in the future. Icy Snow Yao looked at Feng Qin, her face filled with confusion. That's because you used the wrong method. The Phoenix Stone naturally requires a specific way to use it, Feng Qin said with a smile. Get to it. Let's deal with the Phoenix clan as soon as possible. Xiao spoke in a deep voice. Clearly, things had reached a point where there was no need to waste any more time. I'll go with you. The Ice Phoenix is connected to the Phoenix clan, and I owe a great debt of gratitude to the 2 of you seniors for your recognition of me. Icy Snow Yao took off her pendant and placed it into Feng Qin's hand, gazing at her with a complex expression. Understood. Step back a bit. The Phoenix nodded and gently grasped the Phoenix Stone. Whoosh. With a sound, Feng Qin's finger tore, and a drop of bright red blood fell onto the Phoenix Stone. Surprisingly, a faint trace of dim, multicolored light flickered within it. Boom. As soon as the multicolored blood touched the Phoenix Stone, the previously calm stone suddenly began to churn with dazzling multicolored lights from within. The entire ice palace erupted with an endless, overwhelming aura, like a volcano in full force. Creak. With the intense pressure, Feng Qin placed the Phoenix Stone in the groove of the ice coffin. The multicolored lights spread, and the once closed ice coffin slowly began to open. Go! Without a word, the Ice Phoenix's vast wings shielded everyone, and they were instantly enveloped by the multicolored light.